Hello. I think we're live, guys. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Do we have any ETHPoW, Senior Power Puffs with us today? Can you hear me all right? Is everything good? This is a stream that was announced very briefly. We are deploying some contracts on ETHPoW tomorrow, demain. And it's so cool to see. We have already some superstars in the chat. Crypto Profeta, we have Denison, we have Steve, we have Baho, we have TPX, we have Leomex. Only professionals, only professionals, only superstars. Good to see. I thought it's a bit short with announcement, but I thought it's better to do a stream ASAP. Sounds good, showtime, awesome, Denison. It's better to do it to get you guys prepared for tomorrow, and people who can't see the live stream can just watch in replay. It's not going to be live. It's going to be live for them when they see it. So one love, Bao. One love. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Cool to see. Now let's get right in. You all know the drill. You all know the drill. Let's get right into the juicy parts. We are deploying XENFTs on ETHPoW tomorrow. ETHPoW, fork of Ethereum proof of work, proof of stake, so to speak. They wanted to continue the proof of work consensus, and they're doing their thing. And we've deployed Zen there, and now we're deploying more contracts tomorrow, as you know. So we're continuing our journey, as we have said. Dev, do something. Dev, do something. Then he said, Dev, do something. Look at the price charts. Do something. So we deployed, as you know, on Ethereum, on Polygon, on Binance, on Avalanche, what did I miss? On Phantom, and now we're going to ETHPoW. So we're eating our way into the charts, into the graphics, to give people the opportunity to batch mint Zen, give people the opportunity to have Rarity aspects, and we're just gonna continue going, guys. That's what we do. So as you know, as always, we're deploying Zen Torrent and Zen Stake to ETHPoW, and we're doing it tomorrow. The countdown is live, guys, and the ticker is going to be VVZent and VVZens. And here you can see the contracts and tickers. There's a lot of different tokens to keep track of. So ETHPoW is next with VVZent and VVZens, and we also have Zen Burn that's coming eventually. We know you're hungry. We know you're hungry. And as always, guys, this is how it works. If you're new to this, if you don't know, but there's only professionals here, then you know exactly how it works by now. And if you don't, you go and watch Zen Education for these videos to how XENFTs work through Zen Torrent protocol. And this is an image illustrating exactly how it works. You batch mint Zen through the contract, through the ERC 721 contract, which creates virtual minting units and issues a XENFT which you can trade with. Okay, and with the staking XENFTs, it works pretty much the same way. We borrow the code, and it creates something called virtual staking units. So you know this by now, guys. You're professionals. Now for the important stuff, the Rarity chart, which have been shared in the chats. Ethereum proof of work has the same gas limit as Ethereum proof of stake. So the Rarity chart basically looks the same way as the Ethereum Rarity chart. So the possible VMU is going to be 100 to 128, and for the collector, it's going to be 1 to 128, and the burn is as always the same, and the power is going to be 7,500. That's the denominator. Now, here's the thing. Like what we saw with Avalanche is that we don't know, guys. The what was possible on testnet differs from mainnet. So what we had to do is in the because we saw that a lot of people got some failed transactions. So we never really know what's going to happen until we deploy on mainnet fully on. We would expect that everything would work as intended on testnets, but mainnet is live, guys. Things happen, and protocols act differently when it goes to mainnet than what they do on testnet. So what we had to do is adjust the VMU in the for AVAX, for instance. So we have to try and see if this is going to hold. We think it's going to be fine, but we cannot know 100% sure. So this is just something to have in mind. It's not really something that we can do with 100% certainty. So what we're also going to do is collect all of these Rarity charts in a folder, so you guys can keep track of it. How do I get on the ETHPoW chain, etc., etc.? I'm going to answer some of this. So let's actually do that right now. Let's jump right into the links. But if there's any questions on this, guys, ask in the chat. If there's any new people, we have an amazing community that can answer all the questions in the chat. The Rarity scores for the staking EXENFTs, how it all works. You guys know this perfectly well right now. It's the same contracts that we're deploying on all the different chains. It's the exact same contracts. So let's dive right into there we go. Bam. So here we can see the stats for a Ethereum proof of work. Yes, I'm on the right network. So we have a global rank of 45 million. We have 29 million active minters. The total supply is very good to keep track of. What it is, it's 33. What is it? Trillion on ETHPoW, and it's also very interesting to compare the liquid supply in relation to the total stake. So the max term days is up to 481. The EAA is already gone, guys. The EAA is gone. On AVAX, you still have this bonus of a good EAA. On ETHPoW, you don't. People have been minting. People have been minting like crazy. The AMP, as you know, it's only time-based. It doesn't care about anything else. It just reduces. The difficulty of minting Zen reduces by 1 every day, thanks to the AMP. So here's the first thing you need to do. Follow, if you're into ETHPoW, I would suggest you follow their Medium account. So we have to realize, we have to cut them some slack because it's a new chain. They don't have everything as systematic and as structured as all the rest of them, but they are posting information regularly on the different channels, and I'm going to show you where you can find the information. We have Wings. Sandrich is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. So this article is actually very good. How to get ETHW, which is the native token for ETHPoW in a decentralized way. They just posted this a few days ago, a week ago. But this article is very good because if we can get things in a decentralized way, then we want to do so, of course. So what they are recommending, it's always good to see what they are recommending themselves. What they are recommending is to get ETHPoW on Change Now. I've heard others recommend it as well, that this is a good site and very easy to use. So I would just go there, guys, to convert. You can convert ETH directly to ETHW, and then you have the native gas token, which you need. They also recommend these other sites. I haven't used them. I don't know how good they are. If you want to try something else, if you want to try their other sites, go ahead and do so. But you can just Google Medium ETHPoW and you find this, or search for this. You will find it, guys. What else? So this is So actually, let me start with this one instead. So this is the block explorer on Sampedia. I have this link as well. Now again, it's a fairly new chain, so it's not that like it's not that like good as the Ethereum's block explorer or the other block explorers, which basically copied Etherscan. It's quite limited, to be honest, in the amount of data you can get. But this is and it's like the oklink.com. I think they should get a better explorer, to be honest. But this is what we have to work with. So here we have the data, and you can also see the gas cost in GUI, which alters, and so on and so forth. 374 market cap, etc. Here you can see the block productions. You can see transactions happening in real time, etc., etc. So go to this. You have the link in Sampedia for the block explorer. It's very important. You also find the contract link to the Zen contract address for VVZen. Here we have Crypto Fred. I just made a video yesterday how to provide liquidity stake mint. Awesome. Did you do that for ETHPoW? Let me know. You guys could go watch it. Also, we have Miguel Antonio Cirni in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Also go to deck screening, guys, to keep track of the price. We can see that VVZen has been pumping a little bit. You can check. You can easily check which one has the most liquidity, which pair. So we can see that this one right now is the one that has the most liquidity. And if you want to get, if you haven't minted, if you've been a bad boy, and if you're aping in, I would suggest you go to PowerSwap, app.PowerSwap, or you can see it. But basically, you can get the link right here somewhere, I think. So if you what you need to do, it doesn't come up automatically. You just paste the contract address here. So if I take the contract address, copy, and then go here and then paste it, you will see that VVZen comes up. So that's how you can acquire it. Also, this is like, so here's the thing. If you go to, this is important to know, if you go to their site, you're gonna see this. A phishing detection. I talked to the ETHPoW guys, to the team, and I asked, what the hell is this? What's going on here? They said this is nothing to worry about. This is their words. So go on your own risk, guys. But basically, their site is not so informative. Okay, you get to their site and it doesn't say so much. And what you will get is to this link anyway, right here. So you might as well go to this site right away. Maybe I can actually post this in the chat. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, it works. So go there right away instead. And here you have the useful links for ETHPoW. So you have FAQ and you have a link to their Explorer, their website, and their Medium page, etc., etc. They also have some links to their Twitter and their Telegram, so you can dive in to learn more about it. I also updated some links on Sampedia, guys, for ETHPoW. So I updated the Block Explorer. And there also, basically, it's the best way I can find. Maybe you have a better idea about OK Link. Oh, we have KSP TV in the house. Good to see you, guys. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for inviting us to the stream last time. We appreciate it a lot. Good to see you. Oh, Nadvula, good to see you, Dennis. He's made an awesome song, a Zen song. They recorded in the studio. You guys need to go check it out. Please let us know, Dennis, where we can see it. It's so good. It's so good. It's amazing. Now let's continue. So you can also see in that link tree that you have useful information. They made a Kanban with some useful links, so you can dig down deep in the Ethereum proof of work ecosystem. So they have some bridges that they recommend, some wallets, some dexes, some NFT marketplaces. So let's talk a little bit about that. We haven't 100% decided. We think we're gonna have YayaC as the main NFT marketplace to be able to trade these NFTs. The thing is, guys, I'm gonna show you. Like, it's not that 100% easy with all the statistics yet. It's normal. It's normal when you're releasing something. We are very fortunate. We have Joseph, we have Zen Turbo, we have Zenmoon, we have Zen Squad. We have all of these amazing people that built amazing interfaces for us to read a lot of data. But this is a fairly new chain, and all of these comparable stats that you want to see is not really there. So we are still talking about which kind of NFT marketplace should be the primary one. And of course, we want to go to the one that has the most users and most liquidity. But we think that, like, if you let us know, guys, how you think. The way we think is, like, if you have YayaC, there's no easy way to compare these different NFT marketplaces, which has the best liquidity. But if I just look at the Beatles, which is a newly hyped project on ETHPoW, you can see their volume in the last 7 days is 115,000 ETHPoW. And then if we go to another one, which claims to be the top marketplace, but people claim whatever. If we go to Newton.io, it's another marketplace. You can see for Beatles, they have for 7 day, they have about 7x smaller. Can you say that? 7x smaller. We should ask RH. It's like volume when it comes to the same project, which is the most the top one. So just based on that, we probably like prioritized YayaC. Basically, they're all like more or less like structurally in the backend copies of OpenSea, which is when we are deciding NFT marketplace, when we're deploying our structure for the projects. That's sort of like, if it can copy that structure, it's very good. But we're probably gonna choose YayaC, but it's not 100%. But as always, in the Telegram, I'm gonna show you all the links to the marketplaces and the contract addresses and so on and so forth. So what's the link to Zempedia? Just Google Zempedia, you'll find it. It has this super long address, which should actually change it. It's one of those things that hasn't been changed. I'll post it in the chat right now. Here you go. Just because it's you, Bahal. Just because it's you. TB Bishops in the house. Look up Zen Diehard for the channel, or Zen Crypto Zen Diehard. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, this is the link to the song. It's so cool. It's so good. Zen music. Maybe we should quit the crypto and do music instead. What do you say, guys? Anyway, there's also other marketplaces. Can be good to know. NSwap, and there's also another one. The problem is with ETHPoW, it's so new. So if you go to like DApp Radar, there's not a lot of information on Ethereum proof of work yet. So it's not very easy to compare all these different marketplaces and dexes and exchanges up there yet. Also follow Ethereum proof of work, their official site. If you're gonna put economic energy into an ecosystem, it's good that you like follow the get to the source. I'm revealing my sources here to see what they are saying, what they are recommending when it comes to different infrastructure, and this is also where I found the information about where was it? Here. Yeah, exactly. How you can get the ETHPoW native gas token. So the on this change now, etc. This Medium article. So yeah, guys, this is also from their Medium. Some README with some useful information. Let me know what you think of ETHPoW. Let me know how you thought about minting there. What has been your experience when it comes to minting Zen? What are you excited about? What do you like about it? There is some value, like different. There's so many different things how you can construct in an L1, and how you're choosing the consensus mechanisms to do so. And I wouldn't exclude proof of work right away. There is some value to at least keep track of whatever's going to happen with Ethereum proof of work, in my opinion. So I wouldn't exclude it right away. They've also made like a big airdrop to everything that's been copied over from Ethereum proof of stake. So I haven't actually tried it myself. Let me know if you have. What's your experience with it? Is it possible just to copy over? I haven't actually tried it. Is it possible just to copy over your NFTs from Ethereum to redeem it somehow? Dennis, we had some issues with Spotify, but it will be live and I will share it. It's because it's Swedish. Spotify is a Swedish invention. Profeta. All the ETH miner went to ETHPoW. Yeah, exactly. They took all the like the miners were just out of work, out of resources, or out of customers. So they basically took all the miners, or at least 70%. Guys, that's basically all I had for you today. We are let's go. By the way, just to see how long are we into launch? 20 hours, 36 minutes until launch. Amazing. It's always fun with the launches. It's always exciting. I love it. And we're continuing as you know, we have so many things going on, but we're still, and I do realize it can be very confusing, especially if you're not like Profeta or a Bishop or Baho, that's or Dennis, that's here every day and are following along with the progress. But and people are also asking about the roadmap, and maybe we should make an update to communicate this more clearly. But it's very simple, if like in the grand scope of things. We have Zen protocol. We took a very long time to make sure that the base foundation of everything that we're doing right now is very solid, both in terms of technology and both in terms of educating the community about Zen protocol and what it does. And that's immutable now. That's not going to change. So everything apart from that is just giving Zen more adoption and more utility. And this is exactly what we're doing. The next step is to focus as much as possible on the XENFTs. And that consists of the 3 different contracts, right? We have Zen Torrent, Zen Stake, and Zen Burn. So we've chosen to deploy Zen Torrent and Zen Stake as much as possible. Sorry. So we are focusing on that, and in parallel, we also have to be cutting edge with what's happening in the market and with the world. So parallel to these deployments, we are deploying. We are trying to work out the Bitcoin integrations and the developments that are happening there, and that's why we are also putting focus on Zen Nights, etc. So after the XENFTs, the Zen Torrent, Zen Stake, we're going to continue with the Zen Burn. We have very exciting game theory for that as well. And then we have a lot of other ideas that we talked about as well. Next, we have liquidity NFTs. We talked about so much, guys. What we are communicating to you is really this much about all the many different interesting ideas that is going around in our minds. But it all follows the same theme. It's about Zen. It's about getting utility for Zen. It's about making sure that as much people as possible have the opportunity to interact with the Zen protocol in various ways. So yeah, let's see here. Chat's absolutely exploding. This 1 p.m. PST time is from the official launch of XENFT on ETHPoW. No. So we have 1 PST that was for this stream. Or is it the alpha pre-launch schedule? Yeah. Therefore, when will the official launch on the ETHPoW chain be? Thank you. So this is in 20 hours. So that means that it's whatever time zone you're in. We also have some like criticism always. Whatever we do, there's someone's gonna cry. But we listen to everything. We try to do what's best. But there's also some criticism when it comes to deployment and time zones and etc. We're a global community, and we're trying to spread out the launches of the NFTs as much as possible, so people have an idea. So people have a chance to get a unicorn and whatnot. So we got some criticism last time that it didn't really work unless you are only in the Californian time zone. So we changed it, and now we get some criticism again that it doesn't work for New Zealand and other stuff. So we will do this time in 20 hours, and then for the next launch we will try another time. There's also, since I'm here now in California and the rest of the team is also here right now, it's very hard for us, like physically, to be up in the middle of the night to do launches. So I mean, that's just how it is, guys. It's also circumstances we have to take in consideration. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you. It means a lot to hear. I recently got a question about the seller fees on OpenSea. 2.5% was allocated for buyback or something. Any new info on this? Yeah. This is 2.5% of everything that is traded on the NFTs are going to be buybacked and burned. So we thought about doing this quarterly. So it's good that you keep us up on this. We haven't decided exactly when the first is going to be, but I think it's approaching. I think it's about time. It's not that much. It's not like a lot yet, but it's 2% of all the fees from the NFTs are going to buy Zen back from the market and burn it. So that's 100% sure. So I confused a lot. So many things going on. Don't know how we can make money on this. Yeah, it's the main focus is to get Zen value with Zen, as we talked about many times. Value comes from adoption. Value comes from adoption and with time. So we have Zen, it's perfect. Now we can focus only on that, or we can focus on getting it in as many people as possible. And the best way to do that is to give it a bunch of utility and to give people the possibility to convert Zen into all of these other products. And if you don't want to do that, then you just keep Zen, because everything that else goes on gives Zen more value. But we're so early, guys. We're just like 5 months in, and we realize that everything is going very fast. But we also need to be fast. It's a requirement. We don't have any time to sit and wait, because the world is not waiting around us. Every day we're not fighting for these principles that's coded into Zen protocol is a day that the alternative system is going to have an edge on us. So we're builders first and foremost. That's what we do. We want to build awesome stuff. for Zen that are using Zen in various ways. So the way to think about it is, as we talked about many times, is you have to value Zen in itself and how all of these other things are going to affect the value of Zen. If that's your mindset only, how to make money on this. Or if you want to convert Zen into something else that speaks to you. You can't participate in everything. It's not logical. You can't mint on Tench unless your name is Profeta. Okay, and you've been an OG forever. You can't participate in all products, on all chains, everything. There's no requirement for you to do so. What you have to ask yourself is, what excites me? Like if I really love the rarity aspect of something, if I like the fact that some things is verifiably very scarce, then that's your thing. If you like more deflationary tokenomics, then maybe you should think about Next that's coming up, or look into DBSAN. We haven't looked into it enough ourselves. If you have a more long-term horizon, Phoenix that's coming up. They're in audit mode right now. Actually, they're talking to auditors, so they're in the final stages of getting all the puzzle pieces together. But that's basically how you need to think. If you're excited about like Bitcoin and all the possibilities there, you can put your focus on there as well. But everything follows like the same path, and then we are from this path just going off like madmen. We admit it. We're the first to admit it. We're crazy. We're insane. We're just going. When Zen on Solana? So it's a good question. We have focused a lot on the EVM world. We're on 10 chains on the EVM world. So if we go to Solana, we have to convert all of that into Rust, unless we go the EVM world to Solana. The same with Cardano. We have to convert all this logic into Haskell, unless we do Milkomeda route or whatever. There's many different choices how to interact with those huge communities. What we want to do right now is focus on Bitcoin as the 11th chain, so to speak. So we are figuring out everything that goes on right there. And if you haven't watched my stream from yesterday, I really suggest you should watch it, because it's super exciting what's going on there with Bitcoin. Alarm clock works. I'm a bit slow, guys. I need to talk faster. Yeah. 5% has been allocated, not 3.5%. I'm not sure what you mean with that. Yeah, OpenSea also takes a fee. Sensu, appreciate the kind words. Let's do a follow-up stream. We'd love to do it anytime. Always enjoy learning with you. Same, guys. I think you guys are amazing. KSB TV guys, absolutely amazing. The Germans, awesome guys, really. Shout out yesterday's ordinal stream. Yeah. If you haven't checked it, I don't know what Prophet is laughing at right now. I'm a bit slow, guys. Sorry. Dennis, I have mints on all chains. 10 chains, $10 every chain, easy the same. 10 chains, $1,000, $100 for every chain. Follow Profeta, guys. I think he's has some very good insights and knowledge, and know how to structure this in a good way. Short question, other topic. AMA, guys, you can ask anything. What cold storage are you using? There's debate going on with the Twitter Zen community on Ledger Treasure versus Keystone. I personally use the Ledger. I think it's great. I met the guys behind Treasure in Czechoslovakia. It's not called Czechoslovakia anymore. It's a bit decades-long update in Czechia. Awesome guys. I like Treasure as well. I don't know so much about Keystone. Thank you very much. 5% is NFT selfie, that is buy and burn. 2% was OpenSea fee that recently had been reduced to 0.5. Okay, I didn't know that, to compete with Blur. Yeah, Blur is coming up, and they are competing with the OpenSea monopoly that's been going on. So we're all for that, guys. We think it's great that there's a variety of different platforms that you can have the options. It's very good. It's very good, especially in a space that's moving so fast. It's amazing that you have all of these different options. Because if platforms takes a lot of fees and have a lot of volume, it's not good for development and it's not good for adoption of the space. You need extreme competitiveness in the space because we're moving so fast and we need to be competitive. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, do you have any more questions? You can. I have 5-10 minutes left. Here we go. Can Zen crypto be yield for Bitcoin holders in the future? For example, stake BTC and get some Zen yield. I mean, this is something very interesting. That's like on the topic, and I talked a little bit about it yesterday on yesterday's streams with Ordinals, and when it comes to Bitcoin narratives, because there hasn't been a way for Bitcoiners to earn yield or their sats. Now, if the only way you could do it was if you deposited like your funds in a centralized platform, as like Celsius or whatever, they're offered like high yield if you deposited their crypto, and we all know how that went. You have to give up your custody. So the way to do it is you have to be creative, and maybe I don't have an actually good answer exactly how that can be done right now. But if you somehow can do it with ordinals, if you somehow can create pathways where you use stuff as like Telemint or Teleburn, it's something that the space will have to be creative and try to figure out how that can be done. It's something that's very worth following up, however. A while ago, I asked about operation in other important chains, such as Polkadot, Cardano, Solana. Yes. Is there any project in mind to operate in these chains in the future? I mean, for sure. Like we do want to. There's no reason for us not to expose Zen to other big chains and other big communities. But it's all a matter of priorities. And the reason we've been able to spread Zen on so many different chains, because we have a multi-chain strategy and ethos. And the only reason why we've been able to deploy on so many different chains, 10 chains already, is because they are EVM compatible. So it's been very easy for us to do so. But I wouldn't exclude not going to Polkadot or Cardano or Solana. There's very interesting technology in all of those places, and for sure. So I wouldn't exclude it. It's just the only reason not to. It's just because of priorities. But for sure, there are many supporters of these chains in the community, and all chains have pros and cons. We can't be maxi for whatever chain. It doesn't work. So yeah, I'm very excited to explore those as well. But it's all about priority, basically. Then I will have top 1 million ordinal because of your stream. Thank you in advance. Really excited to consider what my first would say. Awesome. Yeah, guys. I think like if you still there's probably still enough time for you to get top 500,000 ordinal. So if you haven't done so, go to my stream. If you cannot wait, look at the end of the stream I did yesterday and see how you can inscribe something on the Bitcoin chain forever and be historic. And for the upcoming project that we're doing very, very soon with Zenites, the first Zordinal project, I do recommend you to do two things basically, or three. Number one is to try it out. Just try to inscribe something and make sure it's good for your own sake, because you're going to tell your grandchildren's children that you were the first 500,000 to inscribe something on the Bitcoin chain as an ordinal. So you don't want it to be like a poo emoji or something. I wouldn't do a poo emoji anyway, because it's been done. You're probably not going to make it so good, so it's going to be worth more than 28,000. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my stream yesterday, which is pretty cool. This whole aspect, this whole narrative of the change of fungibility to Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, but one Bitcoin can be worth less than one sat. Can you imagine that? If you inscribe, because ordinals give you the possibility to inscribe, to attach data on an individual sat. And that might be perceived worth more to the market than even a Bitcoin, which has been proven. So it's very, very, very interesting. Yeah, guys. We should do all our deployments contracts with Chat GTP for sure. Augmenting reality. Let me know, guys. Give me the hard questions. If you have any hard questions. I'm excited. It's like game time. Every time we deploy on new chains, it's like game time. It has worked very well, I have to say. Like Zen protocol, it's worked very good on many different chains. Not perfectly. We've seen flaws on the different chains. It's been a stress test for sure. We've seen that chains have been having to alter their settings in order to cope with the load that we bring. And sometimes it's basically two things. We have to remember that. Number one, it can be because the chain is not optimized for scaling. But it doesn't have to be that case. It can also be that the chain is just configured at the moment to fit the current demand. So even though we come to a chain and it's not responding the way we can expect with a simple protocol, it might not be that the chain necessarily is bad. It just might be that it's been optimized for current demand. So we have to keep this in mind. Oh my God, it's only 20 hours left. Oh my God. Which chains are you minting, and why not on all? It's just like, guys, I'm putting so much time and focus on building and educating. So if I had all the time in the world, I'd probably be on all chains and figure out which is the best one. But my focus is more on building and educating, because I'm deeply passionate about this project. So that's the only reason why I'm not full degen on all the chains, basically. Since I'm fishing for questions, could Zenite ordinals have other future functions other than X1 airdrops, somehow minting Zen on BTC chain? Maybe not Zenite's particular, but we're definitely like playing with all the different things that we can do on Bitcoin chain. And as I said yesterday, just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do it. Jack's going full ballistic. Like there's new ideas every day, of new opportunities that we can do, and we're having a lot of fun, like brainstorming what we can do. But things are also moving so fast. There's been an explosive. If you see this, maybe I can show you. Since we were talking about it. Let me show you again, just to emphasize the point. Just to emphasize the point, guys. here. You see, like here, January. Here you were New Year's. Here you were New Year's celebrating, and thinking life is great. And the day after, you felt like shit. And here nothing happens. And here, there's been an explosive growth. This is demand, guys. There's something going on here. I'm telling you, there's something going on with this demand. There's some whole infrastructure play that needs to be in place. Wallets, swaps, dexes, bridges, whatever. So there's a lot going on. So before we say, okay, we're going to do this, we need to be observant with what is going on. But that's why Zenite is a perfect project, because whatever we want to do next, we do realize that Xenians, they need to understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin, at least. They need to have a Taproot ID. I think I lost my point before. I'm talking so much about what you need to do to prepare. You need to get a Taproot ID. You need to get a Bitcoin wallet. You need to get a little bit of Bitcoin for transaction fees to try it out with inscriptions. But in order to participate in Zenites, that's something we're going to do on the EVM side. So you're gonna have Zen on ETH, and you're gonna burn it, participate in this burning auction. And then you're going to provide your Taproot ID wallet. And if you're the top 100, then you're going to get this sort of airdropped to that wallet. It's going to be the first project. And they're going to have very cool inscription number as well. So that's, oh my God, so many questions. Is there any channel in which we can provide recommendation for new projects to associate with Zen? I think Telegram is great. There's a lot of requests here and there, so it can be very good to be very specific in the recommendations, like what's the value for both parties. Phoenix coming very soon. Joe Blau, amazing guy. I met him 2 times now. Met in Denver and in Tahoe. I ask you, since I know a couple of them that I think, in my opinion, would be very good symbiosis projects. Yeah, just shoot it. There's so many things going on, guys, and we're fully on. So it's quite difficult for us to give the proper attention and to filter through all the noise sometimes. But if you really are passionate about the symbiosis, then you need to scream at the top of your lungs sometimes. But we're always interested in finding synergies with other projects. If they get no airdrops, I will give my private keys. Never do that. It's very interesting to have the thought experiment of how you could mint Zen on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin doesn't have smart contracts. But so the Yuga Labs auction, they did a project called 12-fold, where they did an auction style. I liked the auction that they had. It was very fun in terms of participation, and we're borrowing a lot from that to Zenites. But we're doing it more trustlessly. So you're not giving up custody of your Zen. But we figured out a way how to do it pretty smart. So you can. I'm giving you so much alpha now, guys. You're not giving us the custody of your Zen. You're depositing it into a time lock contract. So if you're top 100, then they will burn immediately. But if you're not in top 100, they will be released back to you. So you'll have to manually take them, but you'll be the only one to do so. So we think that's we're going to talk more about that specifically. When we burn Zen on third-party apps like Phoenix, can that burn Zen apply for the next token and the XN token, or do we have to burn? So if you burn anything, that burn is creating a burn record. So we can see in this burn record who has burned how much. If you burn something, for whatever project it is, there's going to be XN airdrops. But again, there's no like exact science exactly how much, because the tokenomics of XN itself hasn't been made. If you and the next is not built yet. It's still just on the idea stage. Some people ask us if you stake Zen, it gets temporarily burned. Does that count? That also ends up in that burn record, but it's something that we can filter out, because you can burn, and then you can when you unstake, it gets reminted, so it can easily be gamed. So of course you're not going to get be able to game that system that easily, guys. Crypto Xbox, good to see you. CGR, good morning. How you doing, buddy? Are the Sunlight ordinal ID numbers drawn by luck, or can we swipe those primes and fettuccine numbers strategically? So that's the thing. Jack just tweeted something with Fibonacci and prime numbers. There are 100 of them, and he posted in his tweet which ones are prime and Fibonacci. So it's not 100%. It's not decided. Like if we're gonna apply some game theory with that as well. But it's also good to continue with like the with the education about prime and Fibonacci numbers. And it's quite an easy way to do. However, if you are participating in an auction process, it's very difficult to game that in certain ways, due to the fact that if there's an auction and you have 100 positions and it's the top burners, then it's very hard to get into a specific position because I can easily come at the end and outburn you, and you will be moved down. So it's actually super interesting games here there, because I think it will have a lot of value at the end, because as you know, the occurrence, we talked about this many times, of prime and Fibonacci numbers are occurring more with shorter intervals, so to speak, early on, and then they're sort of dragged out at the end. So at the end, if you have a high burn, you can that game theory can come at the end, which is super interesting. We did see this with the 12-fold auction, that a lot of burn like offers came in at the end. So we're thinking we're gonna have, let me know what you think. We're thinking we're gonna have the auction for 3 days. We could have it 24 hours, but if we have it 72 hours, it would create more hype, and it would give people more ability to get a little bit familiar with the auction process, with getting a taproot ID, to understand what goes on, etc. So we're more inclined to do it for 72 hours. Is the escrow on BTC? I mean, there wouldn't be an escrow because there wouldn't be a custody for the sell in that aspect. Lastly, from our part, Miguel, I tell you from the little I know about cryptography, I think that what they are doing with Zen is the best thing that happens and will happen to this world. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you for those nice words. Appreciate it. We think so too. That's why we're doing it. I appreciate the comments. In the beginning, we thought that we insane, because this is awesome, but we've seen an amazing support from this community who are realizing the value of Zen and what we're doing. And no matter what we do, it's not going to go away. It's just like, it's immutable code. It's first principles. It's transparent. It's fair. We did the most fair launch ever, in my opinion. Fettuccine, Fibonacci fettuccine. Awesome to see, guys. I didn't know that. I didn't think anyone was going to do. I think Trevon said on stream today he likes the idea of auction and staking, and also for it to last a week or two. Yeah, I think this is like a first, like the reason we are doing this project is many. We're tapping into the Bitcoin world. We're reaching out. We want to give Senians an opportunity to get familiarized with this whole other chain. It's the first non-EVM chain that we are going into. It's a very simple project in the way it's a simple auction. It's very simple to participate. It gives us a lot of valuable information in terms of how the tech works, and also we were initially thinking that you would be staking Zen, but we ended up realizing that burning Zen is much better because it's much more simple, and everybody is aware of how that works as well. Are big players secretly minting Zen? We know there are. We know there are for sure, 100%. 100%. Everyone. But they can't talk. Like, we have to realize, guys. Like, if you're an influencer and you want to promote a project, even though you like it, I think there's going to be like a change. There should be, because it's awesome. But if you don't have like the upfront pumpamental tokenomics of showing like a track record of months, like this chart is just going up, then as an influencer, you do take the risk of exposing yourself to a project that still has uncertainty of where the price will go next due to the volatility. So you don't want to be an influencer, talk about a project and that it might go down. Now, we know how it is. We know that Zen started at 0. We know that the first trades that were made does not reflect the fair value of a token. We know that value of Zen comes with time and adoption and giving it utility. So that's where all our focus is, to create awesome utility for the token. And we're also seeing that if you look at the price, it's panning out. We're also seeing that the price, like the cost of mint, the days are constantly increasing, where it gets profitable for you to make mints. And parallel to that, you also have the difficulty of minting that's constantly increasing. The EAA is gone, the AMP is slowing down, and you also have so many things. The price of gas. We've seen it. You've seen that, like, right now the GUI is 32, and that's fairly like low these days. When we started, it was 5, but we're approaching the sentiment to accept a higher GUI in the market is slowly increasing. On some days, it's much more. So you have to be considerate about this as well when you're doing your mints. Like, there is an uncertainty of the upcoming gas price. So you have to be strategic when you're doing your batch mints for that upcoming uncertainty of gas price. Yeah, guys, taking two more questions, and have to move on. So many things. I hope you have an amazing day, guys. Let's get ready for ETHPoW. Get ready get some Zen locked up if you wanna participate in ETHPoW tomorrow, and if you want to participate in upcoming Zen nights, you need a Taproot ID and you need some Zen on ETH in order to do so. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be historic moment. Will it be possible to redeem Centurion if block site will shrink to 12.5 million GUI? That's a very good question, because we don't know if that happens, I don't think it's going to happen like overnight. I think if the chain is changing their block size, I don't think they're going to do it overnight, because it will affect too many protocols in a negative way. So I think they would announce it in due time. And if that would happen, then I think there are like things that we could do, build alternative solutions for that not to be like a negative. That's this. I haven't thought about this question too much, but it's actually a very good question. We are in all these different chains, and we don't have power to know what they're going to do, because all of these different chains, they also have decision trees which is based on the current situation. So like how they're all trying to be the best. So they're all trying to adjust according to new market information. We do think, like I think at least, that they don't want to make too many changes rapidly. We've seen a lot of different changes initially for new chains, where they try to find like the middle ground. But you don't want to change this too much, because a lot of different protocols are built and are structured and designed in a way so based on those block size numbers. So you don't want to change it too much. If Ethereum shards, can't we expect lower gray in bull run? Anything can happen with that, guys. There's so much speculation going on. There's so much speculation. Who knows at this point? Can you close with Danny's song? Okay. But here's what I haven't tried out. Do I just go to YouTube, or how do I? Let me know in the chat. How do I find the song? And if I find a song, can I play it? I've never done it on stream. I'm pretty newbie to this system of streaming as well, so I don't actually know. Yes, YouTube for now. Okay, let's go to let's go to YouTube. We'll close out. Zen Diehard. So if I play.
Zen Crypto.
Let me know if you can hear the sound.
Yeah, I'm living free life very fair. Zen is free and very fair.
What happens to the total sand supply? What happens to the total that doesn't reach 500 trillion? Yeah, exactly. The supply is uncapped. I didn't know that.
And I know one day I'll celebrate. Oh, meet your Zen today now for a better future.
So good.
Don't you hesitate now.
Exactly, guys. Like 500 trillion. If you go to Zen Turbo, that's just an estimate.
For a better future,
based on the last 30 days.
Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future.
It's in no
change
terms
your life today now.
that's going to be the
Cause
case.
Zen free life is free now.
What happens?
Change your life today now. Zen Crypto is here to change your life.
What happens?
Crypto is here to change your life.
This isn't a going idea. Someone could potentially also make something that would
Zen Crypto
take
change your living. Financially stable with the living. I don't know what you think about currency. All the money's about making this currency. It's one of the fastest blockchain stack next to the NFTs for a passive income. What you talk about? Big up to the Zen Found, Mr. Jack Claire, Benjen. Come on, real Joker, crypto kindness, 3 crypto, Jim Rock crypto,
there's a lot of
Prisma,
like,
Phoenix, Trevor, Zen 2. Mint your Zen today now for a better future.
So much
Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future. Oh yeah. Change your life today now. Cause Zen-free life is here now. Change your life today now.
Me personally, I'm actually not so worried about inflation. It never happened.
Zen crypto is here to change your life.
So many things happen. So many reasons. So many alternative projects that are used. And I'm not at all worried about the inflation, to be honest. Let's do it again, guys.
Zen crypto.
The mute is too loud. Okay, sorry guys.
I'm living free life very fair.
Okay, we gotta close out.
Zen is free and very fair. Crypto mama told me never hesitate. And I know one day I'll celebrate.
I don't think inflation, in my opinion, this is my opinion, not financial advice. I don't think inflation is something to worry about. And this is just how I think, because there's so many things that you can convert to. 500 trillion is just an estimate based on the past 30 days of minting. But what happens when you have so many things that you can convert your beloved Zen to? That's basically the gist of it. Okay, let's get the Zen party started, guys. Let's finish off. I hope you have an amazing day.
Zen is free and very fair.
I have a question. If I modify the volume here,
I'm living free life very fair.
Now it's very low.
Zen is free and very fair. Dr. Mama told me never hesitate. And I know one day I'll celebrate. I'm living free life.
Now it's very loud for me.
Zen is free and very fair. Dr. Mama told me never hesitate. And I know one day I'll celebrate. Meet your Zen today now for a better future. Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future. Oh yeah. Meet your Zen today now for a better future. Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future.
If I do
change your life today.
Will it be lower for you too?
Change your life today now.
It's good to know because I have so many good tracks. And there's a delay also in StreamYard versus what you're looking at. Yes, lower. Okay. Thank you.
Financially stable with the living. I don't know what you think about currency.
All right.
All the money's about making peace currency.
Have an amazing day. Jack Handy, how you doing? Have an amazing day and be safe out there in the jungle. Let's see you guys tomorrow in the launch of ETHPoW NFTs, and rock out with your something else. Look, here we also have Cooper. Follow him. He makes awesome videos. Then it's here to change your life. Yes, baby, we're doing it together. Love you guys. Stay safe. Goodbye. This is and Die Hard. Big fella.
Zen crypto. Yeah, I'm living free life very fair. Zen is free and very fair. Crypto mama told me never hesitate. And I know one day I'll celebrate. I'm living free life very fair. Zen is free and very fair. Crypto mama told me never hesitate. And I know one day I'll celebrate. Oh, meet your Zen today now for a better future.
Okay.
Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future. Oh yeah. Meet your Zen today now for a better future. Don't you hesitate now. Set a better future. Oh, change your life today now. Cause and free life is here now. Change your life today now. Send crypto is here to change your life. Yeah. Send crypto is here to change your life. Oh, yeah. Send crypto, change your living. Financially stable with the living. I don't know what you think about currency. All of mine is about making this currency. X1 the fastest blockchain stack. Next and the NFTs for a passive income. What you talking about? Big up to the Zen Fund, Mr. Jack Clevin, Jim. Come on, real joker, crypto kindness, 3 crypto, Jim Rock crypto, yeah. Prisma, Phoenix, Trevon, Zen2. Oh, mint your Zen today now for a better future. Don't you hesitate now, set a better future. Oh yeah, change your life today now. Cause Zen free life is here now. Change your life today now. Zen crypto is here to change your life. Yeah, Zen crypto is here to change your life. Oh.
So good. Dennis, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Dennis, what a star. Thank you so much. Are the VMUs for XENFT going to stay like that? We put it to 38 right now. Last comment. We put it to 38 because we're still iterating and seeing, but 38 should be fine. Sometimes it's still crashing, but it should be fine. I'll keep you updated about that in the Telegram. See you in the Telegram, guys. Over and out. 10-4. 10-2. Sansu. Goodbye.